All right. Is anybody watching? Anybody there? Man, does this color look weird? Wayne, stop making. No, stop bugging me. We're gonna go live right now. Hey guys, if anybody's out there, let me just check on the thing here. Live streaming, right? Let's see if I'm up live. Oh, offline. Well, this one should be online. I'm live. I've been live for a minute. All right. So, how do I check where all the questions are at? Let me see. If anybody's watching this, make a new tab. Here we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, guys, we are live. Welcome to another good old-fashioned Q&A. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Yeah, there should be sound, right? And then I don't know how to get rid of the. I don't know how to get rid of the little interlace in the screen. Like on the screen here in my camera here, there's nothing there, right? But as I'm watching here, there is. All right, hi guys, how's everyone out there? It is 8 p.m. in California time, and I haven't done one of these in a while. And today I was working on videos, and I even tested some aerial footage with my drone, streaming to YouTube, which you can see that I guess earlier today. It was actually pretty easy. It was easier to set up than doing this thing, which I have set up many times before. That just tells you how good this little drones are. You know, it's like you just click a couple things and boom, you're out live broadcasting. Not only are you flying, but then you're broadcasting and stuff. So start posting your questions. I'm here to answer anything that you guys might have. This is a live chat, and you know, I know I'm not always I don't always include everything that I want to say in the videos and stuff, and I'm not putting as many videos as I used to or as I would like to, but if there's anything that I miss and you guys would like to know, here's your chance to ask me. Let's see who's here. Who's in the section here? How many do we have stats? Do we have? Okay, 40. Wow, 42 watching live. Welcome every single one of you guys. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Gonna give me your DJI Mavic? Roman Matt asks. Yes, I'm actually giving up my DJI. Oh wait, not my Mavic. I'm giving up my Phantom. Hey, you know what? Give me enough time, and I will give my Mavic away. Here's the thing. Look, I realize that I'm not the kind of guy that keeps my stuff, that keeps my equipment. I keep it, I use it, sometimes I baby some stuff, sometimes I'm rough with some other stuff, but I've never been the one that has a shelf full of like destroyed camera gear or stuff like that, right? I always like sold it, gave it to somebody else, because like if it's not useful to me anymore, it's still useful to someone else over there. So I think, that's, at least that's my philosophy, right? Like what is not so attractive to me, someone else would die to have it, right? And so why not pass it on to someone else? And so I think moving forward, I plan to do that. I could sell it. I could put stuff on eBay, but it's a hassle to sell on eBay, right? At least the last few sales that stuff that I put up there has just turned out to be so much more trouble than it's worth. This way, if I give it to one of you guys out there that's watching, that's so much better. It's actually about the same, it's like the amount of traffic that maybe generates because I'm giving a thing. it kind of pays for the thing that I'm kind of giving away. This one, for some reason, it's not picking up as much traffic. That's why I'm kind of holding off a little bit. It just passed like 5,000 views today, I believe, that video, which I'm kind of surprised. Why aren't, if there's enough of you guys out there sharing it, it should have picked up enough steam, but for some reason it's not. Maybe there's a lot of people out there giving out their Phantom 4s. I don't know. I haven't been able to keep track. I haven't been looking out for those, so I don't know. Have you guys seen any other people giving out their drones? Okay, Brandon Haslip, hi from New Zealand. Welcome, New Zealand. Eric, ooh, I'm gonna chop up your name there. Scherzinger from Toronto, Canada. Welcome. Hugo from Portugal. Yeah, welcome. And then Simply Amazing is from India. Wow, we truly have an international group here today. Oh, Juan Francisco Costanza from Argentina. I'm not even gonna try to read that name. What is it? Chascomús, Argentina. Wow. I speak fluent Spanish, or I like to think I speak fluent Spanish, and I still had trouble reading that name. It's crazy. Let's see here. So another Vancouver, Canada, Jeremiah. Another Argentina from Sebastian. Okay. Florida, Tallahassee. Hey, what's up with Florida? We have those questions. What is going on over there with you guys in Florida? The stories that came out now. Camera info. Oh, wait a minute. Oh man, it jumped. Yeah, camera info is showing like all that stuff. I haven't figured out how to remove it. I've tried like 3 times already, and I don't know how to do it. All right, let's see. If your stream isn't working, try refreshing. Oh yeah, for all those people out there that if it's not working, try refreshing. How do you like the Mavic control? The Mavic, Jeremiah Johnson asked that. The Mavic control is awesome. I just need to slow it down a little bit on that job that I shot a couple nights ago and I didn't get paid for. I noticed that the Phantom 4, it was a lot smoother because someone else like slowed them down for me, and so I kind of got used to that. And so this one is default settings from the factory, and it's like fast. It just goes really fast, but it's such a good drone. You feel like you're in control, and it's smaller. Like you don't like with the other one, you feel like if you've landed on someone's head, there could be some really damage. With this one, it's like it's like the other one's 3 pounds. This one's half the weight. It's like 1.5 pounds. It just feels a lot better. There's a lot of things that are much better, but the image quality, the mushy image quality, is still a thing, and it's the craziest thing. I have to figure it out today. Hopefully, I'm what this live stream started was with the footage that I captured today when I was testing the new settings that I put. I haven't looked at them with a lot of detail to see, but it should be much better. It's lower resolution, so the image quality should be better because it could support the data stream or whatever, the 16 megabits per second thing that it's got. Let's see, what else? Let's answer some questions. Eric asks, are you doing anything or plan to do more 18650 stuff? Yes, I'm currently working on an 18653S battery pack for the Samba because I actually killed the last one, and that's an interesting story that I want to make a video about it because here I always push and I promote the no BMS lifestyle, right? And yet I killed one of my batteries, but as you will see in the video, you'll see that the reason why I killed my battery is because I didn't practice my own philosophy. I didn't bottom balance those batteries. I let the RC charger charge in top balance, and so when I drove the car and then I let it go all the way to the bottom, boom, I killed one of the groups, and then I had to buy a 12 volt lead acid battery, right? That is for another project, but I'm still using it I gotta get working on my lithium battery. And I also want to talk about how I charge that battery, because I'm also breaking all kinds of rules by charging that battery on a float charge. So essentially, it's just a power supply set at 12.6 volts, and that's how I charge it. It goes down, and then when I use it, and then it sits there for hours and hours and hours, and then it comes back. And it's been working like that for 3 years. I know a lot of people are going to say that doesn't work, that shouldn't work, that it's not a good idea to do that. But I like to break the rules, I guess. And I like to prove that if you design a system in a way, the right way, it will work. All right. So let's see. Oh, Bjorn Peterson, this live event will begin in a few moments. No, I should be live. There's 54 people watching, so yeah, try freshen your thing. Okay, what happened to the giveaway? The giveaway is still underway. I haven't chosen the winner yet. That is going to be in the future. I don't know exactly the date, but it's going to be soon. Hopefully, what's today? Monday? Maybe this week. Maybe at the end of this week I'll do it. How do you apply for the giveaway? You gotta subscribe to the channel, and then you gotta share the video, and you gotta comment. That's it. Simple. Can I have your samba? Dean Jai asks. Yeah, sure, when I die. Let's see. How are you feeling today, Jehu? How are you feeling today, Jehu? With a question mark? Good. I'm good. I have no major complaints today. I haven't talked to you, Darren, in a while. Welcome. Where did you get your fuse wire, and what size do you use? I just use the legs off of 1/8 watt resistor legs. It doesn't matter what value the resistor legs are, but if they're 1/8 watt, then they're usually the same size, right? That form factor or whatever. I just cut those legs off. They're super cheap. You can buy a bag of 1,000 of them for like $5 or something, and then that's what I've been using. They blow out at around 6 amps, and that's a perfect fuse right there. You could also just get like some, like I know the Peter at down in Australia is just using like copper wiring, wire. I don't know the specs that he picked up, but all you want is something that blows, something that will burn like around 10 amps or below, not too much below, between 5 and 10 amps, right? And so the size of battery packs that we're making, that works right there. And I have a video kind of explaining, how to choose or how to know when to have the right fuse, at least for this particular project. Have you found an issue with the Mavic not having ADI mode? It actually does have ADI mode, and I haven't used it because I don't have experience with that. Every time I turn it on, it connects to all the satellites and stuff like that. Isaac Cruz says, with regards to the bendy, have you thought of using shim made of rubber? No, rubber would wear out really quickly. That would decrease the play in the legs. No, not really. It's so there's an axle in the leg. Oh, let me see. So the friction is on the sides, right? But because of the holes, can't really see. The axle is the thing that has play. So even though there's friction there, if it has play, then it has that. If the hole's too small, or the nub is like the axle's too small for the hole, then there's play there, right? And so the friction has nothing to do with this hole and stuff. So people I know they're suggesting a conical shape, which would totally work, right? But I would have to make the hole in a conical shape and the thing, and that would add that's a costly thing to add to the design. And so the simplest thing to do is to get the hole and the little nub the right size. This is my first try, so it's not that hard, I just have to resize that hole and then send it out, get the the sample parts back and then it'll work. So the conical thing would not work because someone else had suggested to do the hole just regular, right? But the conical shape, the little nub. The problem with that is that it would wear out right there, and what they were suggesting is to use that conical little nub as the friction apparatus for this joint. But no, because then it would concentrate all the friction into that like super small part where the conical shape is hitting that hole, and so it would wear out really quickly, and you'd have to like retighten the thing, and then it would be metal to metal. Even though right now it's metal to metal, it's not really, because it is a soft what do I have? I have a brass washer there, right? And it's riding on the anodized aluminum, so it's essentially, it is metal to metal, but it's super soft. It feels really soft in here. Once you guys get this on your hands, you will see what I'm talking about. It's hard to explain it. I know that metal to metal should not be soft and should not be smooth, but I found the right combination to be able to do it, and I just have to get that hole the right size, and then we're ready to go. So we're actually very, very close to hey man, come on. It's let me put this on manual mode so it doesn't, oh man, then it puts that blue stuff. Never mind, there's no winning with this camera. So anyways, yeah, we're very close to getting that what we're talking about here, the bendy pot. Yeah, okay, he has gotten a lot of use out of it. Time to the Samba. Oh really? No, I'm just barely getting started with the Samba. I haven't gotten enough use of it. All right, we have a Mixter from Australia. Welcome. Let's see here. Can you do a giveaway with autographed 18650s? Well, yes, you could do it. I don't know if you meant if I could do. I'm working on lithium-ion batteries. Is the BMS really required? I'm going to use it anyways for a precaution. Is there any circuit or GitHub for the BMS circuit? No, so it depends. It depends, right? Like I don't need a BMS. I'd rather take the risk of me making a mistake and killing the batteries, as opposed to having some cheap, maybe not so well designed circuit that is made in China, because most of the BMSs are made in China, right? By no brand name companies. Like I don't know a single company that would stamp their name in a like a reputable BMS. There are some for like electric cars. They're really expensive and they're probably good. But I just, the cheapy ones, the batteries, there is a way to design a system where you don't have to think about it, and the actual computer in the system takes care and it really prevents the batteries to do the thing, right? Tesla's doing one selling. They all have BMSs that work because they're well designed and the whole thing. So if you can get one of those or use one of those or figure out how to reuse one of those, I'd say go for it. But something off of the shelf, something you can buy on eBay, I don't know, you're taking your chances, So what you're trying to do, there's nothing that's going to be 100% safe, right? So what you're trying to do is just eliminate the odds. So lower your odds of the batteries catching fire, burning up, or dying, or I think in a lot of these cases, when you use a cheap BMS from China, you're actually increasing your chances of that, and that's how I see it. And so that's why I prefer not to use them. I know that a lot of people out there think I'm crazy, but well, I think a lot of people out there using BMSs are crazy because they're using cheap Chinese stuff to protect their batteries. They're putting their trust on this thing, right? And so there's nothing gonna be perfect. Batteries are always gonna have some chance that they're gonna go off, just like like everything else. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't use them. I promote the no BMS, that you learn how to manage your own batteries. but it's not for everyone. I understand that, and so yeah, you'll have to make that call yourself. Let's see. Does uh, let's see what else. Oh, it jumped up again. We both from Indonesia. We replace 18650 with LiPo battery that we often found in new generation battery laptop? I mean, like a Powerwall or your EB battery. Yes, battery's a battery, and they, those are pouch cells. But I don't know. I don't know if they're any different chemistry wise as the 18650s. It might just be the canister. And so, if you have access to a lot of those pouch cells from the new laptops, go ahead, put them, test them. You might find that they're just like 18650s wrapped in another thing, and you might be on your way to having a nice, long-lasting DIY Powerwall. Go for it. Let's see your Samba bids on TV in the background. Oh, in the background, yes, over here. Yeah, think about that next time that I do this thing here. Let's see. I like this live stream. Not too many people, and he actually answers questions. I try my best. I don't always answer every question, but let's see here. It's getting past my bedtime. Chris, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're back east, right? 8:29. Yeah, you're what, 2-3 hours ahead of me. Yeah, it's getting late. Let's see here. What else can we answer? You can run your advertisement promo on your TV in the background. Oh yeah, that's true. Casey should really use your tripod. It's amazing. Where are you from? I'm from Mexico. Yeah, I'm from Mexico too. I'm in LA area, and Casey should use my tripod, but whatever. He doesn't want to for some reasons. I actually, it's so weird. It's so weird. Like, think about that guy with this whole with this whole political thing that he's making videos and stuff. I don't know what to think of him. I mean, he's still an amazing content creator, but I don't. It definitely has changed my views on him the last few months that just the last few weeks, and with all those that one political video that he did a while ago, and then today he had one where he made an app so that people can go and tell who they voted for and stuff. It's crazy. Let's see. Just bought my first electric car today, Andre Parent. Congratulations. What did you buy? What did you get? It's November 8th in Finland, early morning. Oh, yeah, you guys are really ahead of us. It's 8:31 p.m. here. Noel Chong says, can we get your EV parts for BW and deliver to Malaysia, and we convert it in our country? Need any programming stuff? Yeah, no, that stuff, it's plug and play. There is a programmer, but you don't need it. I actually install my parts without. I don't actually own a programmer for the Curtis controller. I did borrow one from EV West and kind of set stuff up there, but it's not like, it's not like you need it, or else you can't get the system up and running. Yeah, contact EV West. They'll ship you a whole system to, where did you say you were from? Indonesia? No. Yeah, they ship stuff all over the world. And you can just install it on your cars. Hopefully the rules and regulations and the laws in your country are not prohibitive when it comes to electric cars, like a lot of countries are. Here in California, they don't care. They'll just let us drive whatever. If it rolls, if it goes, they'll let us drive it. Let's see. Bill Curtis says, can I use a DIY Powerwall? And an electric vehicle and power it with with solar panels, what do you think that would look like? Yeah, you could totally do it. Um, I mean, a Powerwall is just is I mean, I don't know, a DIY power. Yeah, DIY Powerwall is just a battery that you put together in a box in your wall. Like there's just yeah, you can use it for anything. You can power a car. You can charge it with photovoltaics, with solar panels, right? You can totally do that. Let's see. Andre says already 2 bar of health battery gone. Oh, really? What did you end up getting? I didn't. Oh, Nissan Leaf, 2012 with 150,000 kilometers. All right. Wait, so 150,000 kilometers, and you say already 2 bar of health battery gone. Ooh, yeah, Nissan Leafs were notorious for that. See, they didn't design a good battery, I don't think. Where are you, Andre? Are you in Europe? I know that here in the U.S. it was the heat. It was the Southwest states that were getting really bad health on their batteries. They were getting degradation because of the heat problems, right? And yours is a 2012, so it's an early one. It might be suffering from some of that. And so, yeah. Ooh, Hugo, shut up about Casey. He just has a radar for viral effects, and that's totally fine. Well, that's true. And that's what I admire about the guy. What I just didn't like is that he's telling everyone what they should do, which he's catching a lot of flack. But I guess it's not a problem because he's just getting more and more popular. But you know, I guess popularity is not the same thing. Like it's not the only thing that matters, right? Everybody could know who you are, but if they all think you're a jerk, you know, it's like is that as valuable to you? I don't know. It just depends what you want to do. And so that's the only thing that I'm saying. That I have mixed feelings about the man now, where I used to only have admiration for him in the past. All right, let's see here. What else? Have you ever considered shipping a few Bendy pods out for review? I actually have done that, and I actually have contacted a few people that haven't gotten back to me. There is a couple of reviews out there already, and I've linked to them and the videos here and there and stuff. Yeah, that's stuff that I am doing. I need to get more out to more people so that, and then once the first batch starts shipping out, then more people are gonna have them. They're gonna start posting videos and all that stuff, and it's gonna, I think, get the ball rolling, like as they say. Oh, Andre's from Montreal. Oh, there's no heat issues up there, right? I think Canada's a cool country. Here we go. Let's see. Thanks, Ron. Can we just convert AC grid power to DC 12 volt 20 amp and directly connect it to the battery for charging? Well, I don't know what you mean with directly connect. You will need a DC to DC, or otherwise known as a charger. It actually makes whatever voltage your grid is to, you know, whatever voltage your DC. In this case, you're saying that you want 12 volts, 20 amps. Yeah, directly, you know, you connect the charger and then you can charge your battery that way. Missing cooling for battery, Dennis Dunbar saying about the probably about the Leaf. Yep, that is probably the thing. Although, what's 100? That seems like a lot of kilometers, right? I don't know, what is that in miles? I forget. What do you think about Powerwall plus solar panels plus DC appliances inside home to go completely off grid, like the one demonstrated by Tesla? It's a great idea. You should do it. In fact, you know, it's like I don't know too much about DC appliances, but I know they do exist for the whole, like, the RV world and stuff, right? But I was having a conversation with Michael this a couple days ago, and I was telling him that a big part of my build here is that pool that I have back there in my backyard, and it's the pool pump. It's an old motors, a 1.5 horsepower motor that just runs all day. It's supposed to run like it's under power. I think it's like small for the amount of water, so it has to run like 6 hours or something, and so it's really kills my bill, especially in the summer when they have a second the summer tier or whatever, which is the rates are higher. And he goes, you know what you need is you just get one or two or three panels, solar panels, put them in series, get a DC motor, and when the sun's out, that motor's spinning. You know what I mean? And then when the sun goes out, that's done, and that's how much you get. And I'm like that, like, holy crap, you're right. I don't need any kind of, I don't need any inverter. I don't need any of that. I just need a DC motor that is, set to the right voltage and then the right amount of panels, right? And yes, you could totally do that. That would be the simplest system, and simplicity is always best because there's less stuff to break. So it's something definitely to look into for the future. At least for me, I know it would save a lot of money, and it would be a standalone system off grid. Like I wouldn't have to get permits and any of that stuff because it's a standalone system. All right, let's see. What else do we got here? What camera are we using today for the vlog? World this. Oh, what's your world? Is full of lies. I'm using the GH4 with a 7-14 lens, and I'm like super close. I'm like about a foot away from the camera. This is just the regular lens that I use for vlogging because it's super wide and so yeah, it's kind of low light here. I only have the one light up there, and it's kind of yellowish, and that's why I might look like this. But that's my to-go camera with a good microphone. Hopefully that fan, wait, yeah, that fan right there, it's not too annoying for you guys, but it's kind of hot here in California, so yeah. Let's see here. What else we got? Let's see. Thank you very much for your YouTubes. You inspire me to create some projects. Do you ever have second thoughts about building the packs so deep that repairing inner mounted cells would be an issue? No, with those little tabs that you get, you can just break the 4 tabs, push the cell from one side to the other one. I've actually repaired a couple like that on the 12 volt one. But on my larger packs, I don't anticipate having to fix too many. Again, my project is not finished. I have a lot. I can start a lot of projects. I just can't seem to finish any of them, and it just seems to be a financial thing for me. I don't have the money to carry any of these projects through, but I do have, I do push myself to kind of try, just because you don't have the money to finish something doesn't mean you don't start it. That's the same thing with the Samba. And so I think Peter Matthews and the other gentleman over there at the UK with the UK Powerwall, they're going to be able to give us more info. And by the way, guys, there is a group, DIY Powerwall, on Facebook. It's got, last time I checked, 1,300 members now or whatever. And it's a closed group, but I think that they'll accept anyone if you go and ask, to join in. And so anyways, these guys are really leading the front now in the DIY Powerwall thing. They actually have power walls that are running now. I know Peter I think today or yesterday I saw that he's going to add an extra 10 kilowatt hours to his wall, so it's going to be like 30 kilowatt hours total. So he will be able to answer those questions a lot better. But I don't anticipate him having to do a lot of repairs, a lot of maintenance on those batteries. I could be wrong, but I just from what I know about batteries, I don't anticipate a lot of that stuff. When did you start YouTube? I started YouTube, well, my first video was 10 years ago, right? But I didn't really start uploading regularly till 2 years ago. Yeah. Let's see. Oh man, did I go backwards? I went backwards. How does a young electrician from Australia get involved in the electric car market? Courses, etc. Thanks and love the channel. You just gotta do it, I think. I don't know. I don't know in Australia if there's shops like EV West, but like, if you were here in the States, I'd say go hit up, Michael. There's interns there all the time, and the best way to learn is to actually get your hands dirty and just go and do it. And so, yeah, that would be the way to do it. I know there are, courses or books and things to learn, but I wouldn't be the right person to suggest any of that stuff because I have like zero, like literally zero formal education, so I don't never learn like that. I never learned in a classroom or by taking a course, or I didn't go to college, I didn't graduate high school. I almost didn't go to school altogether. And so, yeah, it doesn't work for me that way. But I do realize that a lot of people, most people, that's the way they learn, and that's sort of the things that they need. I'm just not familiar with that sort of stuff. Peter McGuade, how's it going? 2015 Leaf with 200,000 miles and no bars lost, and still getting 70 to 75 miles daily. Wow, that's a lot of miles for a 2015. What is that? Is 20,000? No, it's 20,000, not 200,000, right? 20,000 miles. Okay. Well, it shouldn't be getting degradation at 20,000 miles, I don't think. Ray says, hi, I'm from Canada. I have a question about inverters. There are a lot of 120 volt single phase inverters. Why isn't there more 120 240 volt two phase inverters? I think because it's generally less people need those, right? Those are for like home inverters, and so they want to charge a premium for those. The smaller ones, of course, they're more popular because every RV is gonna have one of those, and there's just like for camping stuff. And so I think, yeah, generally there are some, but they're gonna be more expensive, even though it's the same tech. It's just there's less numbers of people that need them and stuff. And so yeah, I'm always looking for schemes into how to use like a bunch of little ones. Like think of this, for example, like in your home, your panel has 20 circuits, right? And all of those circuits are not one, actually, with the exception of like a couple of circuits, they're all like 10 amp circuits, right? So if you were to get a bunch of like smaller inverters, like that could serve 10 amps, right? You can put 10 of those, and then you split those, and every circuit is getting the 10 amps that it requires to run it, and so you'd have a bunch of like little inverters instead of having one big giant one, right? Because the big giant one is costly. It costs a lot of money because it's big time, right? It's for a large installation or whatever. But the little ones are cheap, and you can get cheap sine wave, true sine wave inverters and stuff. And so that's another way to do that. So I guess that would be what? That would be called a distributed system. Why have one big giant inverter when you can distribute it? One little inverter per circuit. I'd say you try to do it like that. All right, let's see here. How much did you spend on the Samba? Ooh, that's a lot of money. Last time I added the receipts, it was like $60,000 or something like that, and I didn't pay for everything. A lot of stuff was, like in the case of like those batteries, EV West, kind of sponsoring me. Michael gave me those batteries. So, yeah, it's a lot of money. I could have bought a Model S with the money that I have on the Samba. But at this point, I like my Samba more than I think I would a Model S. It's just, the Model S has lost this thing. It mostly these days are nothing against old people, but they're just not cool. I'm sorry. Old, rich people are not as cool, okay? And so they're mostly cool driving the S. They're kind of snobby, and so they're snobby towards like people like me, and I felt that several times and stuff, and so I'm kind of associated that with the Model S's. So the Model S has kind of lost this thing. But yeah, so I love my Samba. It's about the same price as the Model S. Yeah, another request coming. Hey, HV Powerwall. Peter is in the house. Let's see. What do you think about the Tesla Model 3 2170 cell battery cell? I mean, I don't know what to say, but I mean, Elon is a bright guy, and if he chose that new form factor, there must be some very compelling reasons, right? As far as I know, it's the same. It's going to be the same chemistry. It's just a small variance, right? I mean, whatever it is that like he's innovating in the chemistry department, it's just a new form factor. So, yeah, I don't know. You know, it's like I think the secret of the 18650, I think, is it's the way that it's manufactured, and then the numbers that it had been manufactured in, right? So they can really control quality control. This battery is probably, this new form factor is going to be the world's most manufactured, mass produced cell, and so I think it's going to be just as good, if not better, than the 18650s from the past. From now the past, because as soon as the new thing is going to come out, I think it's going to be the end of 18650s. Who's making them? Nobody needs 18650s anymore. There used to be a whole industry of laptops that needed them, but now the ultra portable, the thin, they're all pouch cells. So no one needs 18650s all of a sudden. So I think there's going to be, a few years where we're going to see the remaining cells floating around, and then after that, although I don't know, maybe vaping, maybe the vaping industry can save it for a little while, but I don't think there's a manufacturer big enough that is making those. I don't know, who knows? Maybe, yeah, Panasonic will keep making them for those smaller markets. Oh man, I'm sorry if I'm skipping your questions here, but it's just every time I go to look at it and it just jumps, and then it's like probably 20 questions went by. Let's see here. Where's another one that I can answer? There's a lot of you having conversations with each other. Mario Ramirez, he's from Puerto Rico. Hey, welcome to the conversation here. Okay. Busting my chops on which project to work on first, my 67 panel bus or my 70 Ghia. Ghia is more ready now. Yeah, the bus is always gonna win. Peter, yeah, but we need to see you down here at the Octo Meets. There's new buses now. The last Octo there was another one there, so I'm no longer the center of attention anymore at these shows. There's other people there's other buses that are cooler than mine. They're shinier or whatever. So, yeah, we need to have you out here join the club now, because the club is starting to form now. Let's see. Andrew Parent says vaping use also 26650. I have a feeling they're going to be using 2170s pretty soon too. Let's see. Let's see. What are we talking about? What happened with the guy who didn't pay you? I don't see yesterday's video. Yeah, oh yeah, if any of you watched that last video where some guy ripped me off, he didn't pay me. I shot something for him, and then he decided he didn't want to. Turns out the corporate office, he told me he worked for a company, right? And so then I contacted the corporate office. I told them what had happened. They got back to me this morning, and they said, hey, like, if you take that video, we would be totally more willing. It's going to be a more fluent process to try to get your money to you, and stuff. And it turns out that the guy is not an employee. He was an outside contractor. So he was working for them, and he's the guy that hired me, didn't pay me. So like the company, they kind of, it's not them or whatever, but hopefully they're gonna help me, and they're gonna apply pressure to him so that he'll do the right thing. But as far as I know, the guy hasn't contacted me or whatever. So I don't know. I agreed to take the video down temporarily, and if it gets resolved, I'll delete it or whatever. There's no need to put it out there. But if it doesn't, it'll be going back up, and then I'll be like, well, this company wasn't really their fault, but they really didn't help me either. So that's what will go on for the next in this next week or whatever. Let's see what else is going on here. The dog seems bored. Yes, they're bored. Look at one of them is over here. He's just asleep. And then the other one's over here. See? Yeah, he's bored. He wanted me to play with them or something, and he finally gave up. Let's see here. How much battery do I have? Oh, look at these guys. This is I'd say I have 3/8 of the battery, or maybe a quarter. I don't know. And once that battery is gone, then I will have to stop because I don't have the thing to power that unit. Let's see. Can you elaborate on the clutch question? There are a few of us that are interested in your explanation. Oh, I'm not aware of the clutch question. Which is the clutch question? I didn't read it. Can you guys repost it right here so I can see it? Let me see. Oh. Hacking together. Whoa, man, these are moving fast. Manual clutches used for EV? Yes, manual clutches are used. You can use them, you can take them off. It doesn't really matter. There's some benefits to both, but sometimes, most of the times, it's just easier to leave it on, and because you can use it and you can drive it around, just like a regular car too. So, Jack 35 electric skateboard. Oh, that's that what happened to that? So I ordered all the parts. I burned both of the open source controllers. They're called VESCs, right? And I contacted the guy, asked him. The only thing that I did wrong is I didn't set the master and slave when I connected the CAN bus between the two, because I'm going to be using two for a dual motor thing. And I asked him if it was possible to kill them with just not setting the one master and one slave. And he said that he wouldn't be surprised to do it, that they actually die quite easily. And so he said, send them back to me. I'll send you new ones or whatever. But that was like a week and a half ago, and I haven't heard from him. So, and I emailed him like 4 days ago, and he's MIA. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but hopefully maybe he's just like on vacation or something. We'll get those parts as soon as I figure it out. Still want to get that bus going. Mine's not shiny either, but I have a good setup for it. Maybe I'll just keep the Ghia gas for now. Oh, I see. So you haven't even started the thing. Yeah, no. I say bus. We need more buses. We don't need more Ghias, electric Ghias. Although you would get better range. By the way, that Ghia that I made, what is it, 33 kilowatt hours, I think? What, 33 or 36? 36 kilowatt hours, I believe. It got over 100, or did it say 160? I think maybe over 160 miles of range. So yeah, do the math. I think those are some pretty good numbers there. Let's see. Hacking together some solar blinds was mounted on the top of a window and hooked to a TP4056 and 18650. Would I need anything else like a MPPT controller to charge the battery? No, I think that's I think instead of that TP4056 thing, you can use another that would be MPPT. But I don't know if they exist at that scale, that small or whatever. Well, maybe you could. Yeah, I mean, there's just a little microcontroller that makes that, right? Yeah, I think it's gonna be either or, and I don't know if there's stuff that is already made for just like a single cell or whatever. Let's see. Ooh. Let's see. Can you use an automatic transmission in a car? Good question. Yeah, you can use any transmission. It's just harder, and I think they are wasteful. I think they because of all the slip, so they're not very efficient transmissions. So usually a lot of people tend to not use them or whatever. They tend to change them to manual transmissions and stuff. We'll leverage on the transmission configuration. Let's see what else we got here for right now. For the BW, use type 3 gears and use a 3-4-4-1 ring and pinion, and use the street performance transmissions with welded sinks and all that good stuff. Yeah, just use like a high performance stuff. You can I'll find out what Michael's using as gear ratios. I know he finally figured out 3 main. So he makes a 2 gear, right? A 2 speed gearbox. So he removes 2 of the gears, and then he figured out the 3 different gear ratios because some cars are like lower with little wheels, and then there's like the middle of the road, and then there's like the big off-road stuff, or like if for any of you out there that might want to do like a stock configuration with the big wheels or whatever. I'll find out what the gear ratios of those are. I know that like there's a lot of transmission work happening there. The last time I was there a couple days ago, he has like 2-3 cars that are down because of transmission problems, and it's mostly just too much torque, and he busted a few transmissions or whatever. But yeah, definitely I'll figure out those gear ratios so that I can have a better answer for you guys next time that we do one of these. Let's see. What do you think about fuel cells? I don't know enough about them to have an educated opinion about them, but they seem interesting, and they're the only place I've ever seen them is at the car show, in the futuristic car that is not out in production. So I don't know what the deal is, why those aren't out there, but batteries are available and we're all using them. I tend to gravitate more towards the stuff that I can get my hands on. Will the Samba have solar electric panel in the future? Maybe. I'll have to figure out a cool way to do it, because just solar is not there. There's not enough to make it worth the trouble. But that's a concept. It would be cool to put some solar panels somewhere, if I can make them look cool and do something with them or whatever. Hi, I'm from Peru. Months ago, I went to California. I went to EV West. I'm an electric engineer. I hope I can visit you next time. I'm thinking do a master in something related with an EV. Christopher Coronado. All right. Yes. You hit me up next time you're in California. Let's see. Whoa. Yeah, an automatic transmission, you need a constant rotation to keep the pump going. Yes, you do. Although I think Michael's found a way to get around that problem. Maybe we'll do a video of that next week. But yeah, I remember talking to him about that, and yeah, and it wasn't like an external pump or anything. I forget what he told me. I was interested, but not super interested, because I don't have that problem to solve. So, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see that. How do I balance a 100 cell 48 volt 18650 pack? You get a multimeter and you check 100 cells. You want to balance it at the bottom or at the top. Don't balance it at the middle, bottom or top. And so you have to bleed individual cells. If they're not hooked together, not wired together, take, connect them all in parallel and just drain it down to, 3 volts or something, and then you're done. And then connect them together in series or whatever configuration. That's the easiest way to do it. But if they're already connected in series and stuff, then yeah, put a load on them, get them down, and when the first one hits 3 volts, then disconnect that, and then you have to go individually and bleed individual cells till you get them all down to 3 volts. That's my advice to get in there. It's a tedious process, but it'll save you. It'll save your batteries. Will you ever buy another BW bus? I would get another BW bus if I had the money and if I had the need for one. Right now, I have my bus. I only need one. Let's see. Are we starting anytime soon? Oh, wow. Chris, refresh your browser. I've been on for an hour. I didn't realize that that's what she was asking. We've been on all this whole time, and she's still thinking that it's not. I don't know. I don't know this thing. Let's see. Time for an EV meet in California. Yes, Michael. We need you to come down here and show us your triple. Your triple. What Porsche is that? It's like I'm learning a lot more about Porsches these days. And I realized that I didn't even pay too much attention to yours. I don't even know what kind it is. But yes, bring it down here. We'll have some fun. 2-speed. World is full of lies asks. Yes, 2-speed tranny. 2-speed gearbox. So I think too slow and high, and that's what he put. Well, that's what we put in the Ghia, and I think that's what he's gonna put on his bus, on his double cab, because he just broke his transmission. So I think that's what's gonna go on there. Let's see. What happened? Remove first and reverse if you have a standard 4-speed. Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. I think they're leaving, but they're like moving them closer together, I think. I forget. I gotta educate myself more in the issue. Maybe I should make a whole video about it next week, because it's a cool transmission. It's super simple, it's just you flip it forward and it's on low, you flip it back and it's it's on high. You drive around in the city on first, or you low, and then you get up on the highway and then you click it onto high and then you go. Oh, this is a 911. All right, 911. Michael, yeah, bring it by California. We need to see it out here. We need to put it on the racetrack out here. I live I live 15 minutes away from the California Speedway. And I happen to know the guy that kind of works there and stuff. So if we ever need to do an event or whatever, I'm sure we can work it out so we can put cars on that track. It would be nice, right? To do a noble track, like if you're a NASCAR driver. Let's see, I saw in one episode that you had problems with overheating the controller. Did the water pump and the special plate fix that problem? Yeah, so I have heating problems just because my cooling system is too small. So first my pump wasn't fast enough. Now my pump is fast enough. But yesterday when I went up the mountain here, it didn't go into cutback, but it was getting up there. Had I took it all the way down where it's like really, really steep, I might have gotten to the point where it was a cutback. But you got to think about it. It's like 45 minutes, I think, of just uphill. Well, not 45 minutes, right? It was like half hour, just all uphills, right? And so I just need a slightly bigger cooling system. It's fine for running around in the streets here and stuff, on the freeway. It's fine stuff. It's just not enough cooling for that kind of duties, cycle going up a hill. Let's see. Aloha from Hawaii. Vapor Garage Hawaii. Hey, aloha. One day we'll visit Hawaii. My dream is to ship my bus to Hawaii and then fly there and then spend a whole week or 2 weeks or whatever driving around any of the islands, really. I mean, I think Oahu's my favorite island, but I haven't visited Kauai. Wait, Kauai? I forget which one I haven't visited, but yeah, I mean, it'd be cool, right? You ship your bus over there, you drive around, electric bus, around the yeah, that's my dream. One day, maybe, I'll get to do that. Yeah, my pump is fast enough. Yeah. Did you announce the winner of the drone? Not yet. Later this week, I think I might be able to get around to announcing the winner. Let's see. All right, guys. 9:09. The battery is about to die. I only have a tiny little sliver now of the battery icon just showing up. So I think we're gonna have to call it quits here. It's 9:10 p.m. here in California. And I think the rest of the week I'm going to be going down to San Diego, to EV West. We're going to be wrapping up that Gia project. I got to put that video together because I should be doing that now, right? But it's just, there's so much stuff to do. You know how it is. But if I want to wrap it up, then I have to, kind of concentrate and stuff. And yeah, hopefully I can get a few new videos coming from over there, like all the stuff that we discussed. It's like, it's just so much to see and so much cool stuff over there that when you're in the middle of it, you're just like, and then when I'm out here, I'm like, oh, I should have done something about that. I should record something, so thank you for joining me tonight and doing this live Q&A thing. I think next time what I will do is I'll put up a video where you guys can ask all the questions in the video there, and then I can go and sort through them, and then that way I can really get to the good questions, and then of course we'll have this thing here where you guys are commenting and stuff and asking questions on real time. But yeah, we'll try doing that next time. I'll put up a video where it says ask your questions here, and then because I know a lot of you people, like a lot of you guys will ask like the same question, right? But maybe with slight differences, and maybe I can, when I answer the question, I can touch on all of those. Where here, if I only see the one, I answered the one, So thank you for joining me, and thank you for all the likes and the views and all your support. If any of you guys have bought the Bendy Pot, I thank you for all your support in that project. We're going to be shipping those pretty soon. And those are going to be pretty cool. And so that's it. We'll call it a night. We'll see you in the next video, all right? Good night.